Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to FlightGear. And yeah, I'm going to, one moment, I'm going to turn on the rest of background, and here we are. It was a little loud here, and I got to turn down the mic a little bit, otherwise I think it's actually clipping ever so slightly there. But today we are going to fly a test flight for, I think it's called RedFox Air. Now, I'm still in a stock livery at the moment because we have not done that yet, so here we are. I'm going to join the airline. I'm not sure, you should actually ask Amrish about that. I'm not sure, I kind of just got invited because we kind of got in contact with each other. I don't have anything to do with the administrative stuff with this airline. And by the way, I saw it comment as later. I do occasionally respond to comments that are made in the chat verbally, although this isn't. Sometimes I do actually do that via chat, but that's not very common. Usually when I didn't start it yet, I want this to stay quiet. I've already set this up in SimBrief, so here we are, the flight plan, RedFox 101A. See, go to give it in the system. And hello, 20 gigabit never. Yeah, you don't want to download the entire areas of scenery with that. 1,000 miles looks very excessive. Right, so I just need to work through a couple of things now. I already have the flight plan lined up here in SimBrief. So I guess the next thing I need to do is probably to get the data in. Oh, whoops. Just like that. I forgot what the good values for this are. I'm just going to random 130, 140, and 160. I'm not sure if these are good values or not. These are just random things. Like 80% of RAM. Yeah, I actually had to be really serious about RAM back when I used to stream rolling 8 gigs. I got some extra now, so I can be a little bit less. And the lot settings really do the thing on RAM. And now I'm going to review some of this stuff. I think we can stay here. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is that we've got to take off. Now, according to the flight plan, we want to go to 7 right. I haven't generated this flight plan before this. I don't have enough time for that. So, we will be going to 7 right from here. And that means going all the way back here. Do you guys see my mouse? You guys see my mouse? Yeah, you guys see my mouse. Go all the way back here. That's going to take a number on the block fuel. Oh my god. Anyway, speaking of fuel, let's actually correct the number of fuel in this case. Oh nope, I don't want that.
PR313 ready to start up.
So I'm going to connect up the fuel truck, and according to the briefing, I will need, I think this is in kilograms actually, might need to convert it sometimes. My block fuel is like 6 tons or so. Not sure what that is in pounds. Let me look at that, right? In pounds. See, we have enough. 13243. Nah, yeah, that's good enough, I guess. Anyway, it's funny. The default fuel was just right about where I would need it for this. Anyway, let's go ahead and connect things up and taxi back.
Ground. This is PR313, position 19, information Echo, IFR to Nimoy Aquino International Airport, request start.
And I'm just going to ignore the radios for a moment.
Ground. This is TG603, position S45, information.
I don't usually fly the A320 much, which is why I'm just fumbling around.
Request start up.
20 FPS is not good for me, though. Yep. Right now I'm getting 30 flat, but that might not be for long. Right, which direction are we going again? Also, I don't usually do it from this airport though. Alright, heading up. We want to go to... So we want to go back and turn left. We want to kick our butt to the left. Alright. Let's go ahead and enter a route. Get our butt to the left. And push. Sure that. Oh, multiplayer! I totally forgot about multiplayer. Let's see. Let's get this done. HSFGS. To get this in my flat log. Gonna be 723. Yeah. Yes, do that. There should be an L1. I'm not seeing anyone on MP at the moment. If anyone's actually on, just let me know. Sometimes the MP servers don't do good, and sometimes it just does weird stuff. Let's bring up the map. We want to go to 7 right. So right there. So after this, we're just going to continue forward and turn right. And then let's go to the end of the runway. Anyway, after this, we will need to start the engines. And unfortunately, I think there aren't too many things in the checklist for this one. So, see if we need to do anything. Yeah, that's how you tell I don't usually fly the A320 lol. All right. I think the APU is connected, isn't it? Otherwise, I would have been in black right now. Pushback complete, decent parking brake. There we go. Anyway, we might actually be on the step that we just flick ignition switches. Are we? No, we aren't. Next thing I would check the fuel pumps, but I'm not sure. But usually this stuff would be on. I don't know. Like the fuel stuff is here. Wait, is there like there has to be like a separate fuel cutoff, isn't it? No, there isn't. It isn't here. Okay. Put engine starter to start. Is that a thing? Looks like it, I guess. Ah. Is it going? N2 is going. It looks right. Thanks, Symbolic Sam. This is why this isn't an operational flight, because I don't know jack shit. Alright, EGT is up. And when it's up, I'm just need to double check my parking brake for a moment. It is. And just for funsies, I'm going to set this to 200, like my usual. And I'm going to set this to 70. Looking nice. Alright, I'm going to turn on engine 2 right now. Explain Lemo and 40. Yeah, FlightGear is not... Can you give me your sim brief and can you tell us you use your flight plan? It is unfortunately private. But let us go with that. I don't think there's too much you can do with that, I guess. So It's this one. Just some random set of words. It's not meant to be public. I might just have to turn on 2FA on that account after this. Anyway, now that the engine's on, let's turn the map and start going to where we're going. What's happened with the... Okay, and... Oh, the APU bleed. I do need to turn that off. Stream lights, I'm just going to turn on random things. Wing, nav, let's do that. Land, not yet. Wing, let's do that. Turn off, yes. Let's keep going. I mean, how do you usually taxi? Do you usually like manually adjust thrust levers or... Uh-oh. Okay. So, should I use the further one or the closer one? I'm just gonna take this one. Which doesn't lead anywhere, so fun. Yeah, also, the reason I use FlightGear is also for cost reasons, because, you know, the commercial flight sims, they just cost quite a bit. Also, I'm a student. And, you know, FlightGear is kind of enough for my purposes, and I don't... Oops. I don't think there's I don't think there's collision with AI, but I still need to see. That is why ATC usually organizes taxi traffic. Stop that kind of things from happening. I actually used to play, you know, I think it was the X-Plane and FSX demos. FS 2020 wasn't released at the time. Doesn't exist yet, but yeah, those are not the things I stuck with. It's over there. Let's queue up after these wireless plane. We're actually at 25L already, so if you want to do 25L, we can just get them and go. Should I just phase through this guy? I know there's no collision, so... Let's just phase through this guy. If there's collision, now we'll know. There's an FA025 is your call sign. I don't think I saw you on the MP. Flight IDF to Palma de Mallorca. Nice. This is actually probably going to be one of the longest flights I've made. I wasn't even aware of the Hornet custom scenery. This is just stock. It's terrifying. Yeah, as I said, this is exam week for me, so I don't actually have much time. And this chat is getting pretty lively indeed. Even though the view count, sorry, the live viewers count is not as high as what it would be. But MP server, I mean MP server 23, but every server should be synchronized, so it shouldn't matter. Unless some weird things happen. What plane is that in front? Thought it was Air Asia for a second. That's not its tail. Uh-oh. SY001, hello! Anyway, I'm just going to line up right behind this sun wing or something guy. That's for the people continuing on. I can just keep them going here. Would you recommend MSN or MSFS was like that? I'm not sure actually. I think MSFS 2020 is all the rage right now, but I'm not sure. One thing that X-Plane does is that you can customize planes because it has something like a physics model. That's what its flight dynamics model uses. MSFS 2020 doesn't do that exactly. Alright, we are now on 77 Light. Let's just make sure everything's online. Pretty sure there are a couple more switches I need to pick. Auto rake max. Anyway, first thing you need to do, need to bring the landing lights up, on, nose on, strobe, we're just going to leave that on auto, make sure there are no lit lights, there are none. I think there's an extra thing, I'm just going to put this on AMCT. I need to, you know what chat dialogue? Yep. FlightGear can get pretty realistic. He was asking about MSFS and X-Plane. The guy, I think the CEO of X-Plane is also a pilot, so that tells something. Alright. Just going to, there we go, our nav. Altitude, what's our first climb point? Let me look that up. We're actually going to be climbing to 390, but for 390, so stop that in. And for 390, and after this we're going to be doing a up climb, but we're not going to do that yet because we're in takeoff. These I don't think we need to deal with. Alright, live weather update, 1013, 1013, we're good. And now, it should be time for takeoff. We know the runway, so I'm going to just use the flex. Try to use the flex thrust here. Save our engines a little bit. Flaps take off. I think I forgot the flaps. Should be okay. Engine thrust levers not set. Let's just TOGA. Apparently it's still SRG. That doesn't look good. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, we're at 30, so let's start pulling up. The A320 is a really short range plane. Right, so let's go on BP. We're going to up climb. Up climb. There we go. And we're going to go with thrust climb. So auto throttle is on, and we're doing that. We should now be following this up and down. Alright, we can't see you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I actually don't see that. So I think my MP server is disconnected, so I'm just going to switch over to another one. That's a lot of script. Let's try server 3. See if we can see the beams. There we go. Alright, I'm going to keep the pilot list up because apparently we have other people here, and I would really want to see you guys on the ticket. That's why. I was used to this guy saying TARA. So apparently there's someone actually tailing me. That's okay. Okay. Did I forget something? Yeah, I forgot the gear. Thanks, he can see you now. Yep. Turns out that was broken. And also I forgot to pull up the gear, so that is not nice. Let's see, who do we have here? We have Flight with the Realism, we have we have Symbolic Sand, FA025, not sure who that is, and Subfuck. Also not sure who that is. Our gears up, I'm just going to pull back the flaps to 0, and we should be good. We're now in climb phase. So that's what that is. The numbers might be a little bit wrong. Subfuck is at that one AvGeek. Sorry for disappearing there. You're at the you're with the 777. Nice to see. Also more A320s and a BRSQ from Jill SX2 from Jill SX. I wonder what that is. I don't have that. Anyway, we're up, so we're just gonna pull up the speed to about 250 now. I'm gonna start accelerating. I mean, at this point, the plane should pretty much fly itself. So So after I go through the climb segment, I'm going to have a bit more time to chat with you guys. Check it outside. We're okay on the outside. I think we are. Lots of buildings there, and also a really telltale sign that the terrain model in FlightGear is either inaccurate or really outdated. I mean, it's SRTM, and everything. We're just waiting on warp scenery 3 at this point. What scenery I departed on? This is TerraSync. I'm too busy to look for the custom scenery for these areas, so I pretty much just downloaded TerraSync this morning on the way. 250 is just too slow, so let's pull it up. Make it 300. Anyway, let's check the rest of you guys out. I see this guy on TCAS. Probably that one, AvGeek. Let's have a look at you. The view offset isn't updated, but I see. Looks like you've taken off. Flight rerouting, taxiing in the A320. Sid Adams already on the runway, and Josex on something I didn't know also have taken off. To the next waypoint now. I can actually speed up even further. Let's see, does my flight plan have a speed? I've got a ground speed number I should follow, and it's like 263, so I'm going to cap that at about 320 and make that it. VHHH traffic recording 07. Right, I forgot to do the ATC messages long. How many flight gear guys in FlightGear Wave? The whole world scenery, pylons, road buildings, and everything cash on. It's going to be like gigantic. 290, yeah, that looks about right. I was using a little bit of a different heuristic for this one. As I said, not an A320 guy, and haven't studied too much on the procedures in this one. When Simmy Flying literally recommended like something else. Wow, real expedite climb there. Where we are, we're just past Ramen. We should be at FL1 awake, we're way past that. And suggested speed, ground speed is actually 367. I don't know what our ground speed at this point is. My Mach number is 555, so that looks pretty good. But I can go a little bit higher than this. Ours said 200 gigabytes. 200 gigabytes might actually not include OSM2 City. I'm not sure. Also, I don't. Also, my hard drive space isn't something that I want to spend on that. Hello, Arrow One. Who are you? Nice to see you here. F-16. He's given my that interceptions are not allowed except if you have been given permission, which I haven't. So. Right, the next one's coming up. Might be late for that one. And we're going to go up to 490 ground speed. 0.75, not number for that one. Sure, about that. Anyway, we're just about to cross into standard now. So we're actually past 1,000 feet, so landing lights go off there. Return light definitely off. This one, we're just gonna leave all of these on auto. Seatbelt sign, I'm just gonna pull down at 1800. FG camera and first using rudder controls. When it holds 0, it's supposed to make a rudder turn, gives me FG camera default mode. Yeah, that's how FG camera works. You need to either override it to a different tree or setting for that. So by the way, I think I implied in one of the comments that some of you don't know that you have a mouse control mode. The way I did the taxi when I was taking off is that I turned into controlling flight controls mode like this. Hold down the left button and then drag left and right. That will control the rudder. And it even works with FG camera on, so there's one. Oh, so that's quite a while away. We're good. Anyway, we're past 1800, so we are going to do standard, and we're going to put the seatbelt signs off. Also, I think we need to up the screen practice on these a little. Unfortunately, don't seem to have those. Just using a cross. Not sure what that is. Not sure what a cross is. Not climb. Anyway, for this one, we're just going to put this guy on foot plan just to measure our progress. We crossed Ramen at 8322, which is slightly. I need to turn up the volume on a RA there. Anyway, what is a BRSQ? Because Gil, you might be too close. What the fuck are you doing? I'm just going to expedite a climb for a moment there, which I don't have the option. You were in the same. I actually did that as a training for a while back, just to have some fun with the plane. Don't climb this. What the fuck are you doing? Also, I really need to turn up the volume on the TCAS mode, which isn't a thing even, so I don't know. There's a front reference on your left. Thrustmaster literally costs a whole laptop. What kind of laptop costs as much as a Thrustmaster? I pressed the button on the FCU besides speed knob. What is that? For Mac. I'm not actually flying by Mac, I'm just comparing it to what SimBrief says. 0.73, that's about right again. Past that, I'll go up to 0.78. We're 1.5 behind you. Yeah, looks like that's right. Oh, it's a yoke. Pipo Kenpo. As for your question, usually if people don't answer on a Discord, it means that they have no idea either. So, and you said that there's 0 parking, so apparently you might have forgotten to download the airport definitions. It's not just a terrain and optics folder, you need the airport folder too. But that stuff should be downloaded like all at once for an entire world. Maybe it isn't, and maybe that's why it's broken. But yeah, you need the airport directory from wherever you're downloading your scenery from. I think it's time we turn on Earth View. Actually, turns out the settings are in this one, and I'm just going to turn off terracing so that it stops downloading a bunch of stuff. I already did it, so we're good. Definitely not good rate. Okay. Thanks. GSX, what is a BRSP? Oh, I forgot that Earth View doesn't work like that. Earth View doesn't work properly with this. I have a visual on someone. It's a Assault Raphael. Or some sort of fighter. Oh, also, hello to Symbol Sam, who is flying literally the same route as me in parallel right now. I guess it's that. Anyway, so for this plane looking like this, it's because I don't have that plane installed, so this is a default model. If any of you guys installed a plane and forgot to rename the folder and you see this, well, that's why you forgot to rename the folder. I really need to turn off the TCAS now. We're not doing formation flight, guys. Well, so we are past ocean, so let's go up to 0.78 on the Mac. And we can see if we can pass a RASSE on time this time. That should be at flight level 259, according to this. We just passed that at 296. It just passed ocean at 296, which is actually above what we're supposed to. So that looks good. If you can see in the chat, workload is a little bit too heavy for the chat, and there's a lot of things in the chat. So, I'm not doing well. So, I was a little bit behind on the chat. Where am I going? You can see in the description. I'm going to Taipei in Taiwan. So how to turn on TCAS on the VAT? On the A320 it's down. Even if you just always hurriedly turn it on upon takeoff, it's down here. You flick it from STBY to something else. If you're in flight, it should be TARA. TA only just means it detects things but doesn't try to say how to evade it. You might be hearing climb, descend in the background. That's the TCAS. Because usually people aren't flying less than a mile from me like that. Symbolic Sam right there, actually above me. Dude, ignore to norm. Thank you. Where's the ignore switch? Okay, let me switch OHP. Where's the ignore switch you're saying about? Oops. Alright. Are you playing on FlightGear? Yes, this is FlightGear. A FlightGear plane crash remake. I think some of the channels that we're talking about here, so I don't remember which, but I think Flight with Realism probably has made some. And also, yes, I'm playing on FlightGear. How much time does it take? This is actually a 1 hour and 45 minutes-ish flight, so it takes a while. Yeah, all those movies are quite a while ago. Really like early COVID times-ish. We're passing RASSE at 366, really? Oh yeah, we're good. Conga is 78 miles from that. Not sure how much longer that will be. We had 77.2. And we are well on track to crossing that altitude goal, so good against. Okay. EFOB, I'll need to regenerate that because everything in here is in pounds, so. Oh wait, it's in kilograms. Nice. Fuel mode is 5450, and we're expected to have like 4.8, 4.6, so we should be good. Right, altitude alert, looking good. I'm just going to zoom out on that. Northern Kitty is getting around. Really? I usually average 30 FPS. And in the A320 it's worse. What? Oh no. Dude, what happened to your thrust? I crashed it. Did you? ETFs focus on optimize. Yup, optimization and probably some that stuff. Hope the groundwork we're doing in the night news right now, and that's why there hasn't been a new release in forever, is trying to make things a little bit more modular, more replaceable. Obviously, that took a while and didn't really even help much. I think the frame rate for me is actually lower with the nightly than with this one. There we go. We crashed into each other. What's your number there? I'm still on. Let's do 0.79 in this one. Let's catch up to him a little bit. Yeah, 9 FPS is like next to nothing. Anyway, anyway, dot 3.15 is out in case you want to grab it. And things feel minor things. Flight realism is literally well ahead of me right now. And GeoSX is well-ish, okay. Can I get a shout out, please? From God Emoji. I'm not sure what a shout out does. I guess that counts. I read your name out loud as your chat. I guess Minecraft said it needs to be updated. We're in 1993. True. I think we were actually, they were planning to use OSM for a new one, which should be at least be better than one. And you already got way too much. You're one of the most common people to appear on my channel, on my streams. I mean, but obviously on my channel too. Right. Well, just remember on CONGA we should be passing our 384. Did that. At max 8 we went past that, and our fuel burn, fuel on board should be 4200. Not time to measure that yet, but we were ahead right now. So I don't know what FlightGear version you're using. Okay, so what I am using right now is 2020.3.15, and the reason, and usually on my videos I'm using the dev builds, which is what some people call 2020.4.0, because I want to have access to the newest features and developments. But one of the new developments is that they replaced the SVG engine, which should really speed up things like the A320, which has a lot of canvas stuff. But it actually broke the entire SVG thing, so I need to go back to the stable version. And I'm really glad I did, because my frame rate somehow is actually higher than this one. My... Alright. Can you tell your specs on God emoji? I don't have it off the top of my head, but it is a probably mid-range laptop from 2020, and in fact can actually get better. I recently tested it with Windows, and it turns out that the fact that I'm using Linux dropped the frame rate by a little bit. So it is not the same. What OS is yours? From Spoil Sam, I am using Linux right now, and it is my main OS for some time now. I have a profile here. The thing is Irish is that airplane slow down, reflect realistic-ish. Realistic-ish. At least we're not like slamming the throttle. We're at like what? 92% N2. What's our throttle setting? Like over halfway past. So yeah, realistic, I guess. The thing about that Irish is that as I said, I did usually use 2020.4, and I think that he, hi Royu, and Kinyamakan actually asked me earlier what version I use, and I did say 2020.4 because that's what I usually use. This time I did have to switch back to .3.15 because of the SVG issue I mentioned earlier. But yeah, everything's consistent here, don't worry about it. Go these PC to 1650i is starting to drop, I guess. i5 doesn't actually tell much, and specifically for FlightGear, two things are very important. One, how fast your single core performance is, and two, how good your cooling in your laptop is. I literally had to cap this laptop to like 65% or something just to stop it from overheating and burning itself. It's not like it will be in danger if it burns itself out, it's like it's not good to the hardware. So, yeah. Actually, let me check. Okay, who's that? Hello, Gil. Nice to see you around here. Apparently intercepting other people as well. 89 degrees because I undervolted. Right now, I am at, let me check for a moment, 63 degrees. I think I capped it a little too aggressively there. But yeah, I have basically done the software equivalent of undervolting it. I've capped clock speed. Actually, it was a governor setting, but yeah. It's basically the software equivalent of underfolding. Still, my fan's spinning like next to top speed. Buy a Kong pad, it's worth it. Absolutely. I just happen to, you know, buying computer hardware is not something. You underclock, I overclock some symbolics. There's a line of thread you can enter to make it multi-core. Not enough. That command line you can see is not enough. I always have that down when I'm filling with FlightGear, and it is still using less than 2 cores worth right now. That is definitely not enough. You always make aviation with, or you plan to make something else from God Emoji? My original, interesting to ask, my original plan with this channel is to be an open source software channel, which is why if you look in the depth of this place, you will see videos made on Blender. You'll see Blender videos, you'll see mind test videos, a couple of really crappy ones, those two, and You'll also see Cape Story because freeware game and I'm a broke student. But yeah. Yep, there we go. So, it turns out that this channel basically blew up in FlightGear related things only. So, eventually I just decided to just make this FlightGear only. You see, some of the time, like 3 years ago I think, that I pivoted to other things or moments, they always don't do much in terms of attention. So, it's pretty much changed to be a full-scale FlightGear channel this time. Couldn't find out to fix a model issue. What? Model issue? You make FlightGear Alive from Bad One Navgeek. I recently found that the person who wrote the FGCom Mumble thing, he actually posted my video on there. And with really nice compliments, so thank you for that, Benny. Benny H, or whatever your name is. And yeah. You're the only one who posts FlightGear now. A lot of people who are in this chat, so Arish, Symbolic Sam, and FlightGear Realism, they actually do FlightGear posts. Humble guy, real. They do post FlightGear content occasionally, but I think I am A, the biggest one, and B, probably the only one who was daft enough to try to make this a regular thing. Instead of a do it when you want it thing. Right, so we are now at CONGA. Our fuel on board should be 4.0. We're 4.8. We're well above that. Suspiciously well above that. And actually it's 4.2 at CONGA, so we're suspiciously well above that. So yeah. Looking good. You're returning, damn. It's just one of the legs on the flight panel. Flight Realism, where are you? Oh, you took a slightly bigger. That's Jill. Interesting, I cannot actually see him. And Flight Realism is ahead. Are we off for a bit? See you soon at TOD. I wish I could do the same. I have to monitor the chat. Yeah. Because at this point, unless there are failures, and this is a flight sim, we don't turn failures on. We pretty much can just hands off until top of descent. Right, is FlightGear 4.0 stable for you? Yes, it is absolutely rock solid for me. Basically, if it starts up, it wouldn't crash most of the time. Not a problem for daily use. At least I managed to make a bunch of videos with it. Can you stand around and roam around in FlightGear? Only if the plane does it. The plane has to do it for you. So quite a few planes do it. If the Bluebird does it, the C-172P does it. The A320 does not do it. So yeah. Swiss 01 landing, don't know. Scenery is so broken in FlightGear 4.0. No idea with that. Also, 4.0 is not an LTS. That's the entire point. It is a development release, although the graphics shouldn't be completely broken. I'm not sure. Random stuff. Wow, that's weird. Okay. No idea what that can be. Unless you have accidentally turned on board scenery 3, which shouldn't happen either. Most likely we was like 10 years ago. It's synchronous right now, so I have a problem to this. Yep. Okay, what the fuck? Oh, weather update. Are you on Ukraine or Russia? I am not going to comment on it, please. Beeping noises. There are multiple beeping noises you could be referring to. The sound that just played, like that sort of thing. That was the altitude warning, and that's mostly because I was trying to descend and was about to capture the altitude again. There was also a little voice in the background saying climb, descend. That is the resolution advisory, because these planes just love to fly around me, and in real life, that would mean that they have a chance to crash into me. So it's actually telling me which way to go to avoid crashing into it, but I don't need to answer. Because I don't need to respond to that because I know that these guys are keeping distance. So we're fine. Okay. Back to what I was saying. It's funny because the videos I made with reversion announcements, they actually got picked up by the news outlets. They actually featured my videos. And for all the other sims, they actually have like the official trailers for those sims. So basically, I was the person to make practically the official trailer for FlightGear, which is kind of both a lot of responsibility and something that I am definitely proud of. We are tracking to ELATO. And we're going to be 31. At this point, we should be 31 minutes into flight, really. Did I actually spend like 20 minutes doing the taxi? This session is going to end very late if that's the case. In fact, I just realized the flight plan is telling me to do this up 2 hours. Oh god. Hopefully you're made so the sauce one trying to find these function. Oh yeah. Anyway, we got emoji about. Oh god, I'm not sure if we're gonna do that. I do need to go to the toilet too, you know. Alright, so to God emoji, your... Why you should use i7 Gen 3? Is it that old? I'm not up to date with the numbers, but yeah, that looks pretty old. And if you have like Gen 3 in 2022, you really need to look at the graphics card. Unless you have something really good, you're not going to have a good frame rates for graphics. No, there's a video I made a while back about how infographics actually could pull some impressive things off. But that one was pretty much the best laptop I've had so far, CPU wise. Another weather update, fun. iOS 3.108.9.096. Let me double check. I would actually prefer to check that later when we're closer to the airport. Pretty close to TOD. Thank you. Uh, 1650 Ti, that's about the same amount of things that I have, which is plenty for FlightGear. 8 gig RAM is sketchy, but yeah. 90OOH. I do need to check within each gen. Anyway, Flavor, once again, I think Symbol Exam just mentioned that he's monitoring his way through my stream, so let's see if he's good. He is actually ahead of me right now. Interesting. I might want to just speed us up because, honestly, this is getting too long, so... Oh, so upcoming check coming. ELATO, we should be at 3.9. View on board, And we're literally at 4 kilograms, so I think we're very safe here. Unfortunately, we're pretty close to the Mach limit, pretty close to the limits here, so nothing much I can do. Why can't I see the curvature of the Earth? Because we're high enough for it to be apparent. You see my plane? I can't. You can always see the pilot list. It is A, going ahead, 2, at the correct altitude, high, a little bit higher than me. And C, seems to be absolutely good and low. And trying well ahead of me, actually. I am close to... You're close to overspeeding. When you put the speed up, yeah, I don't know. Autoflow should just do a bit. We're not actually at 25,000. 250. How do we pronounce that again? 250,000 feet. We are actually very close to 400,000 feet. CI 999. What the heck is that? Got that. Let's try that. No. Oh, it's a cost index. I'm actually close to stall, it's weird. I think you're in Coffin Corner. I'm not sure. I just spawned on arrival. How do you do content like Swiss 001? I actually was doing some... I don't watch Swiss 001s. I usually don't usually watch aviation content, so I'm not sure. So, but sometimes I just do random non-flight year specific content, trying out planes. Reacting, not sure. Reacting is cheap. I'm an FL390, yeah. And 225 RAP and 225. Rest in peace. Oh, it's a cost index. I forgot to check the cost index actually. Basically just keep everything default. Coming into ANPOG as an N225, I'm not sure. CA999 for saving time. I'm not sure if that's going to save time actually, because I think what it actually depends on is the speed, so that stuff shouldn't even matter much. CR0 for saving fuel, right. So maybe it's going to affect like the throttle setting or something like that. Before landing, do CI5. Why would you mess around with the cost index? That doesn't sound like something that should be messing around with for me. Right now we're actually going to do a... size down. We're just crossing ANPOG now. We're well on fuel. Should be 35 minutes past. We are way too slow, so we might have gotten headwinds or something here. Because right now it means that we are like what, 25 minutes after, so huge delays. You have limited fuel, so don't mess with TI, yeah. Does AP20 have tilt steering? Yes, I do. I just turned it off because I don't want to deal with it. Or that's what I remember, at least. I can't find it somehow. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't actually have tiller. God emoji, I might have to just, I might just put you in timeout for that. Yeah, FOB is fuel on board. I'm actually using default fuel, and I'm actually very well on fuel at the moment, so... Oh, no open descent. Not now, climb down. Oh, alright. Yeah, descent is in a while. We probably have like an hour or so into descent. Unfortunately, it looks like... Wait! Okay, I've never gotten moderator options on YouTube. Apparently timing out actually deleted messages. So, oops. I have a Ryzen that big, integrated graphics. Yeah. I don't have those very high training. I'm just getting 10. How do I spawn near you? You would actually have to enter coordinates, which is not very user-friendly. I mean, you don't usually just spawn near people, so... Anyway, tree rendering, 8 gigs RAM. That's going to have a problem because I think the tree rendering is mostly affects RAM and GPU. So if you got integrated graphics and only 8 gigs and not controlling RAM, you're going to have problems. Back when I had 8 gigs, I do use medium. Toddlo, you are well ahead of me at this moment. Do you have a weather engine or something? Because, wow. You have very powerful in-graph. Depends. Also, the thing about frame rates is that if you're CPU limited, the Airbus is going to be worse than anything with vacuum dials like C172. How did you set up? I didn't. More altitude changes. I'm at I have M 0.681 and you're at 0.7. I'm at 0.79 actually. I mean, let's just check ground speed for a moment. My ground speed is 410. What's yours? That's my teleported. Not sure. I'm at 410. However, I am meant to be at 459 TAS. I'm not sure what my TAS is, but definitely facing some headwinds. I use 8 catch-up. Oh, you do you. He time accelerated. He does. Can you show WhatsApp view, please? Sure you can. Probably, I wouldn't see you sim realism because you're way too far away. You're at like 19. Your speed is reduced. This is symbol exam right here, or at least it should be. This is probably Gil. Are you today? Nice. I am very busy today, which is why I can only stream. But yeah. You're not using best A320 add-on. What is it? By the way, I forgot to say that I should be on the 3D branch. I should be on the 3D branch. And I'm going to assume that the VNav is still broken, isn't it? Alright, anyway, time check. We just course ADLO or ANPlug, whatever that is. What is it? CADLO. We're supposed to cross that's 40 minutes in, and we are 26 minutes late. So I'm using aim and brake game. I'll just showing you that live weather and correct QNH setting. Double check, definitely double check that you are actually using the correct QNH. Negative altitude usually means wrong QNH. Anyway, I'm just going to pull out the rows. Pull out the rows with that. Have MKG coming up. What the hell is that? Oh, Magong. And that is actually pretty close to top of descent, so. We will see. Open your I will. Hello. Hi everyone. Glad to hear that. I am right above you on my screen. Anyway, talking about Discord, you really should just tell me before you do that, because opening Discord involves a lot of stuff that I need to do, and it's also RAM hog and CPU hog. Now that was actually why back then I specifically asked you to use Mumble, because Mumble doesn't do that, or does less of that. You know, we'll see if we can get that. Also, another reason I don't usually like put people on stream, because if someone decides to go weird on me, they just can't. So Mumble doesn't work for me. Sad. Sounds like you're connected, huh?
I'm quite here.
There we go.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
And if everything works correctly, you should actually appear on the feed. So random. Hey, symbolic fan?
Wait, so I won't be able to hear you in the stream? So I won't be able to hear you in the stream?
I won't be. Wait, how? Okay, that would actually be weird.
Because like Discord is using a microphone, so then what are your streaming software using? We're using OBS. OBS won't be able to use that microphone.
That's weird. Because I'm actually looking at the audio mixer right now, and the mic meter is still responding. So I think that the mixing is doing okay there.
Okay, then I guess I'm wrong then.
Yeah, it probably depends on the OS. It's weird that Windows does that though. It like should just operate.
For me, like if I open like two applications, one is Zoom and one is Discord, then like the microphone on Zoom won't work if I talk in Discord, so it's like that.
What was that?
Remember, I was just talking about like how like the microphone on my laptop doesn't support like multiple applications using my microphone at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's how it works, that's how it works. That's how it goes in computers.
Yeah. Okay, Am I
We definitely
just
cannot
going to
hear.
watch the stream now?
What?
Yeah. I'm ending the call here. Okay?
Right. It's not meant to. This is not meant to be a thing anyway. This is just for fun. Right. Later.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Okay, so that gets. I guess that opens the window to. I guess we actually. I guess that would actually work the next time we plan to do a collab, if the stream setup would work. Anyway, fuel-wise, I did prepare fuel because I did actually do a sim brief flight plan for this, but I actually overfilled this plane, but it should be only by a little bit. So I'm really surprised to see the fuel on board is absolutely bigger than expected. CI equals descent speed. Uh-oh. That might cause trouble. Because I will actually be using the same brief profile for my descent, and if that's wrong, things will break.
You got an easy way of editing the FlightGear?
I don't know. Actually, let me just check if there's like a Delta update file or something, because there really should be. There's an FG data Delta update. Delta-ish update. Let me see if I have a. Yep, the fuel is in kilograms, so I was right converting that to pounds. There, I don't see a CI on here, so it's probably on that somewhere. How will you rate this FP20 or NRH20 at FSAT? Like the low total is an hours. I don't play MSFS. And I definitely don't have the money nor the time to go through those planes and try them out. Apparently there's no file. So yeah, you do need to download the entire thing, either as a weapon using the web installer or the main installer. CI is an OFP sheet top right corner, and 2100 is my speed. I'm going to check that out. Right, let's see. Apparently mine is at 53, so that's what I'm able to use on its end. I found it's a setting on SimBrief, and that will be the easier way to do it because I know where. Because as I said, noob. Catch up with the chat. Okay, go ahead, search. Well, anyway. 2100 should be my first speed. I'm actually going to use Opdes unless that doesn't work. Now I'm just reading back the chat. Anyway, approaching Magong. Guys, people who are left behind just A. Do that. Definitely. If you want to actually catch up with the group, just A. We're about halfway into the flights, probably slightly beyond that. So. Though my voice came in the stream from Irish, I thought that's what you intended. Also, I don't actually have a way of stopping that from happening. even if I won't. So consider yourself lucky. Right, hi Joe, and hi Symbolic Sam, you still here? Flying realistic 10 miles, good for this. What 10 miles? Anyway, we're out now at that point. So we are now 27 minutes behind schedule. We really need to catch up somewhat. Might do it just onto that there. Next waypoint is the sword, is in 5 minutes, probably slightly beyond that. And then 3 minutes later, about to stop at descent. 10 miles away. I'm actually doing this via sim brief, so. I'm famous, my voice came in this. Wow. Increase your speed. I can just say, you need to send now. Shouldn't it be lah? Yeah, shouldn't be. At least according to Steam Brief, the top of the descent is after sword. Like 3 minutes after sword. Halfway to how long? That's probably like a lot faster. Tell me your VS so I can follow you. I don't have a V. I won't actually be using a VS. 2D should be 130-ish miles. Not sure. If that goes alright, I can just like. If that goes alright, I can just like manual, I guess. Do you have Discord link? I do not have a Discord. If you guys totally are installing, definitely slower than antenna right now. Of course, 414, because I'm supposed to be at like 414. I'm at 414, and according to the sheet, I'm supposed to be at something like 480, 480. So I think the wind changed. As I said, I'm just going to try up this and see how long I'm going to do slow intent more than save this. Yeah. Thing is, I will be doing. I'm just going to try that with salt, and as I said, if that doesn't work and I'm monitoring every single waypoint, I will know. Anyway, because we're getting pretty close, I'm going to set the CI, which is 53. So 53 CI. I don't think. Yeah, because if Opdes has trouble, I can throw on the speed brakes and that sort of stuff. Irish, you're definitely not more of my friend. You're definitely not as much as my friend as you think. Speaking from, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, we do have each other's Discords, and that is why I am in this VA in the first place, virtual airline in the first place. We are approaching Sword, and because of that, I will need to start this timer soon. I need to study this timer soon, because I will be using this to time my 3 minutes to fry my. Let's make it 2 minutes to top this in. I don't know. I think one of the people in chat said that I should told me to set the CI to 999 and just did that. So I guess it's unrealistic or not. You too late. Let's see. We will see. Anyway, sword is coming up. Alright, 3, 2, 1, start. Anyway, we are at 80 minutes. So we are 27 minutes behind. So I'm going to keep the speed up for a little while. Look at your MCDU. Descend. Waiting for the time, La. Wait, I'm waiting for the time. Just going to plan for a moment. F plan. Let me double check. Got Lang. You might be late now. You know what? Let's do it. It's probably going to take the same amount of time anyway. So I'm going to go down to. That's going to take a bunch of time. Let's make it 150. And yeah, I might be late. And up this. You need to slow down. Oh, that's why. Hulong is still at 0.78. So that should not be an issue. And I'm also going to be slowing down slower than usual because catch up. CI5. My I have made the CI from my flight plan, and it is like 53.
You nice to meet you. I'm not late.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
The timer works too. Yeah, the timer works. That's good.
And I think I started descent about right on where I plan to do it, so we're good. Anyway, we just passed Hugang, right? Not yet. Hugang is quite a while ago. Anyway, at that point it should be at 316 is what my profile says. So we're going to check here. If that doesn't work, I'm going to pull on the speed brakes. Also, I'll actually be doing a pattern, so that actually extends the distance by quite a bit. If you check my... Oh, it's not on here. Anyway, I'll actually be doing a... circuit around to the other side. I won't be landing on the closest side. So... it's going to be a little bit slow. So the descent is going to be a little bit later than you would think, I think. Also, I'm going to put on the iOS. And for this, it's going to be 108.10. So 108.10. I think we should turn on terracing. I already have it turned on before this. I already loaded scenery before this. Not allowed, huh? Oh, what was that? Weird. Is there like a... Oh, okay. 108.10. So... backspace. Runway iOS mismatch. What? Really? Really? Runway 10 from Bessel? I guess we'll do that. When you select the Enroute runway, it also tunes iOS frequencies. Didn't know that. That's fun. Okay, this will need to change because... And it cannot be changed because it already sealed it. Oh my god. So that's why that was going to be late. Alright. What is that again? 0.9? I mean, how do we even change it at this point? Ah, there we go. Arrival minimums and select runway. Where's the like runway change? Should I just straight up clear the flight plan? Let's not do that. Don't clear, yeah. What is that? Okay, why does it do that? Anyway, let's turn this back down. Risk unit 1012. Thank you. In fact, let's just leave it there. Chat is dead. I'm also going to be really high workload at this point, so we're just past HLG. Let me double check real quick. We should be at 316. We're at 221. And kind of emergency speed. Just realized the autopilot turned off there. Anyway, we're just going to... I mean, how do I get it out of this state? It's temp 23. Let's do that because we're close enough. Temp 23. Neg wind, no idea. Anyway, we're well past that, so I'm going to drop down to 2.45. I might actually just do the transition manually if this thing just doesn't cooperate. We got that back, so good. Flip test arrival. Not sure because I couldn't get that to work. 10. Alright, I'm just going to do that. And do it, man. Do it kind of, manually-ish. The course on this seems to be offset, actually. What's it good to be? Let's make it 2-7. The info, this is definitely wrong. It's 269. Oh god, this is going to not be fun. 108.1. And it's going to do the transition to manual flight normally. Coming up on Fusen, and at that point we should be at... Now we're late, alright. Really? Alright, so let's zoom in a bit. Because at Fusen I should be crossing 152, and at Sidin I should be crossing 096. And that's in flight levels, so let's tune that in. The speed brakes for faster descent. I already have it down, and I actually have the slats down. Because as I said, it looked like I am going to be late. And at this point, it is coming back, so I'm just going to drop my slats back down. Actually, keep that down. Speed brakes come down first. Speed brakes come up first. There we go. What's our Mach? 441. Alright, we track that. We can afford to go a little bit further in this one. That's quite long. This place existed for a long time, man. So we set back up. Now that we have some time again, let me figure out how to do this. What was getting back in again? The scenery is loaded, by the way, but at this point I will need to turn off Earth view. And here comes the scenery. There's a recess wind. Sure about that. Kidneys just 1 over 2. Do misapproach. I am coming in from the other way. I'm not even there yet. I'm coming into the other way. I didn't notice until now that we're approaching the wrong runway. The flight plan is set for the other runway. And with that, we're actually arriving at Fujian early. So I might actually need to trust that from now on. Yeah, it's good rule of thumb. Trying to use that, but On more, try press Dest R and try again. Not sure about that. I don't see too many things here. One more. I don't see too many. All these things don't look like what? All these things don't look right. I might have just not know. Maybe I just don't have the procedures for this airport. I just leave it, man. Yeah, yeah, my plan right now is just to leave it. I just happen to have some time, which is why I'm trying to change it. Rate his landing. We'll see if I'm going to die. See if I'm going to do well. At best, I would actually be turning that down, so I find I will need to get some manual in. Sit-in, we're still supposed to do like 301, so in the interest of time, we're just going to go up to 270. You are at 1,000. Yes, I am, and that is also where I'm supposed to be. Double check the level once more. We're up to 1013 now, actually. We should have sent more. Not yet. At least according to what I'm trying to do. Hopefully. Let's do it early just for kick. The next step is 71, really. Is that far from the airport? Oh yeah, now we come to realizing keep 3 miles separation, hopefully. And now is the point. We're going to drop to 71. I know you're doing up des. Do up des, please. The whole cat is active. Alright, at pins. Alright. I'm going to skip steps a little bit. I'm going to go all the way down to 6,000. And that is going to the point where I intercept the LS. I don't have the procedures for this, so... You know what? iOS-wise, let's just go down to like 7,500. If that ruins me, I can just go on an emergency descent or something. And now I know. You need 30 miles to lose. According to this, I will have literally 40 miles between this point and the runway, so it has some reason to not be too concerned. Although I'm going to be... You're breaking international rules. What international rules? Hey, slow to 250. Oh, we're there already, okay. What's happening with the air? About time, I guess. You can't go above 250 above 1000, and because we're there, you need the landing lights on. The turn lights on, and that. So we're in the iOS intercept plan already. Nice. I think the plane is able to do that after all. How far are we? We have no distance information, really. At a PPR now. Okay, just for the sake of that, I'm going to go down a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm keeping realistic distance. The rest won't because of me. Okay. I think they're going to cut the speed a lot now because from the looks of things, I am very late. Is the iOS VAT offset? And somehow the lock mode isn't happening, so... turns out that I really shouldn't just trust Steam Brief alone with this stuff. So it didn't happen. I thought I could trust you. So let's just do it at 25,000, and I'm going to just heading mode from this point onward. Reason number 2 why this is a training flight, guys. LS button. It's kind of too late. Wait. What is it? That's... Come on. As I said, new to the plane. 108 point... What's the upper side? 108.9? So I'm just gonna tune that, go to and do something a little box standard, which is a 10 mile out from. Why is the localizer on? Which is 10 miles straight out from the airport. Anyway, that number also changed. Hello? There we go. I'm still using this information to know where everything is.
2000.
Because I do need, because I'm basically just going to backtrack the localizer until we do that. Until we're at the right point, and then we just teardrop right around or something. Oh, don't do that. It doesn't understand that I'm trying to backtrack. Okay. This is going to go about 10-ish miles out.
2,500.
And back in. Kai-Tak type LLS. Yeah, that other approach seems to be a Kai-Tak style LLS. This one shouldn't, but we will see. What's the angle on this thing? I think a 277. All right.
2,500.
That is 97. It's actually at 97.
Flying now. Flying now. Walking flying. Walking flying.
2,000.
So this thing's now coming up. Right, so that's about the point where I want to slow down and come back around, I guess. We're about 8 miles out. So we cut you down to that. And time for a localizer. And let's just do approach mode. See what's like on. Let me check the shot. Just look. Oh no, it was right at 2,500. Doing a teardrop right about where I expect, so let's actually pull it one more step down and also pull the speed one more step down. We're approaching nose to nose. Yeah, because I'm actually going to go back under IOS right now.
2,000.
Are we actually late on the glide slope? I am landing. Nice on you. There we go. Actually did expect it to be around that. Is the airport in fog there? I'm going to cut it a little bit because this is going to be a little hair raising. Okay. Oh, okay. There's the runway. Over there? If it's over there, I'll be very surprised if it counts it. We got the glide slope. People receiving 5 FPS here of FO side PFD. I'm at 23, so I'm good. Let's wait for visual confirmation on that. I might actually be doing this way too slow, actually. That's what I usually do. We have visual! I'm going to keep on iOS for now. Auto brake. I'm just going to... Should do max. I'll do that. Is there like an auto land setting? There isn't a land mode on here. Alright. Ready to make formation. Alright. Use med, it's maximum. Get down, gear down, spoilers arm. Gear's already down. I'm going to arm spoilers. How do I set it on arm? There we go. Flex to full, speeds to that. Just specify to arm. I already did that. And that is way too shaky on new players globally plane. Down TA only now. That is way too shaky plane. Stable 1000. Alright. I'm out to land. Hopefully this will go well. We've had like what, 9 people watching?
500.
Hopefully this is going to be a good send-off. Into this like 2-hour stream. On the spot. Oh, the chat didn't load. Alright. You can always go around saying so, yeah. At this point, I'm going to try to let it go down as much as possible, but yeah.
300.
Let's do that. Or not.
200. 100.
I generally just try to leave it on auto land throttle because, as I said, ryanair landing.
30. 20. 10. Retard.
Okay, let's double check. Nice. We're gonna roll out the spoilers. Rick seems. That was the plane doing it, Jill. That's not me. Alright, so that's actually from pretty good news there that there is actually an auto land because I am not doing this manually next time. Arrow 1, hi! Also put flight control. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment because there should be an idle thrust button. Anyway, person who was trying to go around, that would have been way too late for a go around. Press F2. What is that? Ruba. You don't train on auto? Yeah. Yep. So, I actually thought that the F2 was going to do it automatically. Apparently not. And it's doing that because, one, I just realized that there is an auto land. The last time I think I didn't. Alright, Samuel, I'm going to get out of your way first. And cross is backwards going 747. Anyway, -3 FPM, you made it. But your boss not happy. Boss not happy because I had to go around. Someone said go around is never a good thing, but yeah. Landing replay, maybe. You use so much fuel. That too. Also, that final apparently was in the actual star, so. Because that was straight from SimBrief. So lesson learned: never trust the vertical navigation information on there. In the final moments, it's not good. Now, actually, let's see how much fuel I did actually use. Should have too down. And connect ground power because I forgot. Where is this anyway? Oh, okay. Can you see me? I think I see you. You would? Oh, you're the person who was going backwards over me. Can be nice. Go fighter guy still here. River is already parked down. That's fine here. Now I want to see how much fuel was actually left. Free 450, and I'm supposed to have like 27,000 left, so definitely more than I thought. Anyway, I'm going to let's do a short landing replay for a moment first, and then we're going to do that again. Also, number 2, auto land works, but don't do it. But it won't turn on reverse thrust for you.
30.
So if you want that,
Your controls.
and we're going to go back to symbol exam for a moment. This would be nice. I think we're approaching 2 hours of streaming, so we're ahead, but not good. Apparently the waypoint either move or something. Looking good for you, right? Right, nice. And this is going to slow down a lot faster because you know to actually pull reverse thrust. Yeah, it's a great one. Classic A320 live stream with FMGC problems, but at least I'm a lot better than that now. And then not knowing the aircraft, causing go-arounds on landing and that kind of thing. Always happens on long flight streams. Classic. Right, so I think that is going to be it. A lot happened. This is a 2-hour long flight. One of the longest I've ever did, I think, and we had a lot of fun talking in chat. Lots of things in chat, everything. Requesting for flyby. Can definitely do that. But I'm probably going to end the video way before that because busy. And also it's getting pretty dark here. So we will see you next time. Have a nice flight.